Hello, everybody. It's Sunday afternoon. It is the lunchtime kickoff. It's Sunday morning, in fact. It's going to be Sunday afternoon very, very soon. And we are here to take a look at Middlesbrough versus Sunderland up in the Northeast, the final championship game of the weekend. Come, settle in, make yourself known, and join us for the watch along. Good day, everybody. I'm going to not stick with my mornings and afternoons and just say hello and welcome to our latest watch along on the channel. It's Middlesbrough versus Sunderland. Do you know what? I'm trying to do natural light today, but of course the sun decides just as we're coming in. Let me just boost that a little bit to go behind the crowd. I'm sure that'll go really bright in a minute. Welcome along. Big game up in the Northeast. Middlesbrough and Sunderland both sort of in the conversation for the playoffs. 4-0, as you can see on the ticker. This one ended back in October, but a red card certainly had an effect on that game. Let's have a little look at the championship results so far. We've got 11 out of the 12 games already done. We'll have a look at the teams. We can get your predictions in for this one in a little bit as well. And then we're going to watch all of the action. Let's say a few hellos. In fact, let's say hi to Ewan, MH, Michael, and John, Tim. Welcome, guys, in the chat. Let me just go through these results. In fact, let's do two more. There you go. Jez and Annie just arriving in the chat. So, yesterday and indeed Friday night, we had the first game. Apologies, I would have watched along with Bristol City 0, Leeds 1. Alas, I was working. Leeds temporarily moved into second after that win. Blackburn 1, QPR 2, and all sorts of things washing about Jean Dahl Thomason there not being a happy chappy, the Blackburn manager. Maybe we'll talk about that at halftime in the Q&A. Huddersfield 4, Sheffield Wednesday 0. Did no see that one coming. I think me and Sam both backed Sheffield Wednesday to win that game. Incredible win for Huddersfield. Hull 1, Millwall 0. Philogene back and in the goals. Norwich 2, Coventry 1. Coventry don't lose very often. Norwich are on a bit of a roll, aren't they? Preston 3, Ipswich 2, which is going to open it up for the next result. Rotherham 0, Southampton 2. Southampton's incredible run continues. So all change in the top four. Ipswich dropped to fourth. Leeds are now third. And Southampton, finally, it's been on the cards for a while, move second. Stoke 0, Leicester 5. I mean, wow. Swansea 0. Plymouth 1. I predicted it with Sam. Plymouth finally win an away game. Not a great start for Luke Williams at Swansea. I know he's had some difficult games, but that guy needs a win, doesn't he? Watford 0, Cardiff 1. Cardiff signed some players in the window and go to Watford and get a win. And it was West Brom 1, Birmingham 0. Let's have a look and see what that does to the table. Leicester 11 points clear at the top with a game in hand. Having played a game more, wrong way round. Then Southampton, who've moved into second. Leeds move into third. Ipswich dropped to fourth. Leeds and Leicester have, of course, with a bit of clever scheduling there from both of them, played a game more. They're at game 30 now with Ipswich and Southampton. At game 29, West Brom, Hull both win. So Coventry out of the top six. But I mean, we'll talk about this as it pertains to Middlesbrough and Sunderland. So 45 is the number at the moment to be in sixth. Coventry 1 point off. Norwich 1 point off. Sunderland, as it stands right now before this game we're watching along with, are 2 points off. So a win for Sunderland, they go into the top six. Preston Still hanging in there, aren't they? Amazing stuff. 3 points off. Watford 4, and they're in Middlesbrough. Obviously, with the League Cup stuff and whatnot, they were a game behind anyway. So they're sort of 2 games behind a few of the teams. But key to that conversation, they're not 2 games behind 5th and 6th place, West Brom and Hull, are they? But Middlesbrough can certainly close up onto 43 points to go level with Sunderland if they beat them. But look at that goal difference. 7 difference. So they have to beat them by 4 to swing that goal difference all the way around. Play the long game. We just have a quick talk about the bottom. Rotherham lose again, 19 points from 29. They're ready to shut up shop there at Rotherham. Looks a long way off now, doesn't it? Also, Sheffield Wednesday with this recent run of 1 point in 4 after a good surge. This is troublesome because really bad day for Wednesday yesterday. Look, QPR and Huddersfield both won. So really bad news there. That gap, 5 points between Wednesday and QPR now. But the key gap is 8 points between Wednesday and Huddersfield. Huddersfield looking for a new manager. QPR, look at that, 7 points in 3 games. We always say things move slowly down at the bottom, don't they? And that type of run can attach you to the group. And look, with Stoke 3 straight defeats, Birmingham are level on points there as well. And then Millwall, Swansea, Blackburn are all now within 5 points of QPR. So interesting there for Rangers. They're the same distance above Sheffield Wednesday as they are below 16th place Millwall. So I wonder, does the conversation shift a little bit? We've been saying 3 from 4 from the longest time. Does that now start to change? Anyway, I've talked too much about all of that stuff. I'll go to your comments in a second, guys. Let's just do our team news for Middlesbrough v Sunderland, which is our watch along in about 8 minutes. So I need to hurry the hell up. Okay, let's get that on the screen for the Boro, the home team. In goal, Thomas Glover, which I think is a beautiful nominative determination name for a goalkeeper. I'm sure we've done this before. Luke Ayling is right fullback. Lucas Engel, left back. Rav Vandenberg and Dale Fry are going to be the centre halves. Not entirely sure this midfield will shape up this way, given where they put Johnny Howson. But call it a midfield 3 there of Hayden Hackney, Dan Barlasa, and Johnny Howson. And we'll call this a front 3 of Marcus Force, Finn Azaz, and Sam Greenwood. I think we'll find out exactly how Middlesbrough are going to shape up. We've got any Borough fans in, they can help me out a little bit. I'd say the most likely striker, central striker out of that lot is actually Marcus Force. So we'll see whether it's a tight, midfield diamond or it is a 4-2-3-1 as Footmob have got the shape up there. For Sunderland, Patterson in goal. Hjelde is a new signing in from Leeds. Ballard, O'Neill. We've seen a fair bit of Sunderland, big fan base, so they're often on the telly, so we covered them a lot. Trey Hume, the other fullback. There is Dan Neil. He was the red card, the key moment of the previous game. I think it was 0-0 when he went out, and it ended up being 4-0 in the 10 vs 11 period of that game. Let's do the other 2 central midfielders, Pierre Ekwa and Joe Bellingham, who's done a stint up top, hasn't he, for Sunderland. Wide, Abdullah Barr down the right, the brilliant Jack Clark. How pleased, if we've got any Sunderland fans in, are you to seeing, how pleased are you in seeing, let me get my English right, Jack Clark still at Sunderland on February the 4th after the window's closed. And they're going in now on Mason Burstow. We've said about problems in the striking positions for the longest time at Sunderland. And perhaps that is going to be deemed as the solution. Now, I told you the sun would come out, didn't I? It would go bright. I think it's just naturally darkened for me. We are in the hands of that big orb in the sky. We'll go to your predictions in a minute. Let me just do the benches real quickly. For Boro, Gilbert, Coburn, O'Brien, Silvera, Dykesdale, Thomas, another new deadline day or window signing there. Clark, McNair, Jones, and for Sunderland, Hemir, Rusin, Roberts, Chichi, Kelly. Mundle is a new sign. I expect we'll see him today. Sealt, Pembele, and Bishop. Right, help me out, guys. We've got plenty of comments in to read, but being as I warbled about the championship for so long, maybe we'll hold on to them and we will go straight to your predictions. No silliness, please. Sensible ideas and score lines. How do you think this one's going to go? Helps if you write the team names in for me as well, else we just get a load of numbers. You have got 16 seconds, guys, when I press the stinger to get your predictions in. How do you see this one ending? Middlesbrough v Sunderland. Predictions in the chat, please. Go. Well, we are having great fun with me using natural light today through the window. Let me just pull that down a little bit more. We're just going to have to keep adjusting this the whole time, aren't we? I apologise for the lighting. I'll have to get my lighting engineer. Yeah, that's me onto this. Just quickly before I read through your predictions, loads of them coming in. As ever, we are sponsored by Match Bingo. Plenty of freebies during the week. We had the £1,000 jackpot game, didn't we? Great with the light. There we go. There is my Middlesbrough v Sunderland card. What have we got in the devious middle? Yellow card shown in the minute ending in 3. Goal in the minute ending in 3. Oh, and I need a penalty today. That is my Match Bingo card. One line today will win you 25 quid. 2 lines, 50 quid. Full house today, everyone. 100 quid. Go and get involved. £2 to play. Please play responsibly. If you want to let Match Bingo know we sent you, there, if I remove the banner ticking along the bottom, is your QR code. Just pause your stream, click on that on your phone, take a picture of it, blah, blah, blah. And you will be able to help me out and also help Match Bingo out. Right. Should we do some predictions here? So let me just put the ticker down along the bottom right. Let me try and read as many of these as we've got. Here we go. Dave, 2-1 Boro, and Desmond. And here, 1-1. Everyone's got goals. Oh, there you go. I can see Hassan down the bottom without goals. Louis, 1-0 Boro. Ewan, 1-1. Ollie, 2-0 Boro. Palace fan, 1-0 Boro. John, Desmond, Hassan. There, he's got the 0-0. I hope you're wrong, Hassan. Jez, 1-1. Andrew, Boro by 1. Steve, that's my favourite one so far. Give me 5 goals. That'll brighten up my day. 3-2. James, 2-1 Sunderland. Marlon, 2-1 Boro. Simon, 2-0 Boro. Fairly heavy on Boro, actually, you lot in the chat. 2-0 Sunderland from Jurgen. Dylan, Desmond, Tim, 3-2 Boro. Oliver, 3-1 Boro. Try and read all of these out. Victory Rose, 2-1 Sunderland. Brownie, 3-1 Sunderland. Got some goal scorers. Save that. Someone bookmark that one. If he gets that right, that's a hell of a shout. 0-0 Whale, hope not. Joshua, 3-1 Sunderland. Isaac, 1-1. And some explanation as well. Dylan, 2-1 Boro. I think I've got them all done now. Adam, 2-1 Sunderland. And the Tufnell, Phil Tufnell, 2-1 to the Boro. Guys, great to have you all with me. Some brilliant predictions in there. We love to see them. What we also love is if you would be so kind as to hit the like button. Really helps us out. We don't normally do these before we've kicked off. So we're going to do an early in the day like spike. You've got 9 seconds. Get that number as high as you can. 9 seconds to hit the like button. Go. Lovely stuff. Mick Beale and Michael Carrick just shake hands. It looks like we are good to go. Sunderland in there. Is that green or is that yellow, that kit? Fluorescent something or other. It's certainly very, very bright. Quickly get your match bingo cards. You got about probably 15 seconds to do it before we get into kickoff. In this one, we've done teams, we've done predictions, we had a little look at the championship. We can talk topics, whatever you want to talk about during the game, and particularly during halftime if you want to go off topic and talk about other matters in the championship, football generally, etc., etc. You can, and we are off. I'm not calling it a derby. This northeast meeting between two teams that are quite close together is a go. And immediately here comes Abdullah Bar down the right, and he forces Rav Vandenberg to concede the throw in there. He was quickly on top of him. We're having all sorts of fun and games with the light today. I've gone for natural light, boo-hoo, and it's given me absolute nightmare. There we go. How is that? Thank you, British sunlight coming out here. To the edge of the area, looking for Bellingham. Absolutely frantic pace in the first 45 seconds of this game. It's booted forward again. The ball just needs to go dead, and everyone needs to calm the hell down, I think, just to start this one off. And it's, in fact, goes out for a throw and thrown straight back into Glover in the Middlesbrough goal. And they're just going to slow things down a little bit now and play it around the back for a second or two. And let me just flip the banner up here. Middlesbrough 0, Sunderland 0. Normal admin, which I should have done already, says we're watching Sky Sports Football Live. HD is the channel. If you're watching on your smart TV or Now TV or Sky Go, you might be a bit behind me. We'll do you a timestamp. ASAP. Comment of the day. Love that jumper. Thank you so much more. Ben, you're more concerned than the light than any of. Oh, I know, Andrew. I'm a bit of a control freak when it goes to stuff like that. But I appreciate your patience. Someone will complain about it, don't they? An 8-goal thriller will be great. Right. Free kick then to Sunderland, which Clark and Ekwa are having a look at. Glover just trying to sort the wall out. There's a gap in it, actually, a deliberate gap. Oh, no, they've closed it up now. So Ekwa with the left foot hits the shot. Decent strike, actually, not far over the bar. The line on that was decent. Couldn't quite get it to dip enough. I think when you got a left footer, it's always worth just law of averages. Keepers face less free kicks from left footers, don't they? And may not be as well set for them if it's that's not me generalising massively about the goalkeeping profession. Decent start, this. Hackney knocks that back down the line to Fry. Into Glover. And Fry plays that one up the line to Luke Ayling. Ayling pings it long to nobody in particular. And the ball is through to Patterson. Right on the edge of 2 seconds with the light. Irritating the hell out of me now, but there we go. We're trying our best here. Vandenberg. Barlassa. Pace has slowed down. It couldn't have gone any quicker. Here it goes up the line. Fed in to Azaz. Into the box here. Shots blocked. I think it was Greenwood in. Nice bit of vertical attacking there from the Boro. Straight through the middle. We saw plenty of that with Carrick. So he looks just onside, actually, Greenwood. So best chance of the game so far. Then it was a decent block on the shot, about a yard away, but best opening, only opening really so far. I think O'Neill has just been caught by Sam Greenwood. Afternoon, Tom. The final whistle. Afternoon, yes. Welcome. Welcome, everybody in the chat. Great to have you all here. It's Middlesbrough at 0, Sunderland 0, and Colm is totally right. Do not forget to hit the like button. Really helps me out. Big tackle by Fry on the touchline. Oh, I've got the sound on the other screen. We don't want that, do we? There we go. How many likes we got? 45 likes. I'll hit like myself. There we go. 46. Lovely jubbly. The ball's back in the Sunderland back four. Hume. Sorry, we had that the wrong way round on the team news at the start. Hume, they had left back foot mob and Hjelde at right back. It's actually the other way round looking at this. Oh, nice crossing from the right-hand side. Ayling on the cover has to slide that one out for a corner. Lovely curling cross there from the aforementioned Trey Hume. Got forward nicely, the right back. It's a lovely cross, that, isn't it? Do we talk about Sunderland strikers and that area of the pitch? Well, they've got Burstow in today, haven't they? Corner goes out to Ekwa. He hits the shot. It's gone over the bar. Did that take a deflection? I think. Have they got another corner? Yeah, it's going to be another corner. How have we started off here on Match Bingo then? We've got a little bit of purple, haven't we? Is that looking all right? That bottom line looks okay, but that bottom line, I need a penalty in the middle. Can we at least call it the Julio Arca Derby? Very much so. Cholis, 47. Thank you so much. Thank you for all of your likes. Jack Clark, corner for Sunderland, right-footed. Nice delivery, actually. Very deliberately looking for Leo Hjelde, who'd made the run across the near post. Dominic, as Leeds fan, keen to see how Ayling, Hjelde, Greenwood, House and Clark. Yeah. Plenty of former, or even, I suppose, in Greenwood's case, current Leeds United players in this one. Into the front it goes, looking for Greenwood. Sunderland win it. And here comes Hume charging down the right. Slid it inside looking for Barr, who wasn't on the same wavelength. Barr has done brilliantly to keep that in, has he? Must have been right on the line, touchline down there. Linesman's on that side. Although that's sometimes not help. They're sometimes so close, it's impossible to tell whether it's stayed in or not from can't see the wood for the trees type thing. Fry to Vandenberg. Welcome, Russell. You and the Brian Clough derby you played. Yes, he did indeed. Oh, nice little slide through. Greenwood's got there. Greenwood 1v1. It's going to fall to Azaz. Oh, my God. I do not believe what I've just seen. Finn Azaz, fantastic player. Been watching him for Plymouth the last couple of seasons. An absolute sitter there. He's technically one of the better players you'll see, actually, in the Championship. It's a really easy finish there. It's a lovely ball. Slid in behind. He gets badly caught out, doesn't he, Dan Ballard? It's a decent save from Patterson. It's an easy finish for Azaz. The keeper's not in contention. You've got two defenders running back, facing towards the goal. Oh, dear. Yeah, it should be 1-0 to Middlesbrough there with that chance for Finn Azaz. And obviously you get a big handball chance there. And, you know, you get into red card positions with that, with denial of obvious goal-scoring opportunity. Thank God we didn't sign him. And for the record, I think he's a great player, but that was poor, wasn't it? Player of that quality. It's an easy finish, that one, with the keeper out of contention on the deck. Should be 1-0, but it is 0-0. Azaz having a little moment of contemplation there about that miss. He's got to get it out of his head, as the pros say. Just forget it. Move on to the next one. No use worrying about it. Ball over to... Well, they played it around the back, actually, quite nicely, Boro, between Vandenberg and Fry at the back. It's gone up the line to Ayling. Hackney tries to force it down the line, and he wins the throw-in. Azaz tries to touch it off. All a bit frantic in the middle. And Boro come away with it. Try to slide it out to left to Engel, who didn't do very well in the first instance, but then did really well to just get the block on. Could have got run by Trey Hume. If that was Jack Clark, he would have been in trouble there, wouldn't he, with the pace there? But Hume, maybe he's puffing from a bit of a busy start there. Sliding to the front, Azaz more like himself there. Lovely little kill of the ball and quick turn away. Hume gets in and makes the tackle. Decent game this, actually. Nice pace. Both sides playing football. Both sides attacking. Seemingly want to win the game. Good watch. Barlasa. Ayling. Lovely ball by Ayling. Right down the touchline to Force. Force clearly fouls O'Neill there. It's going to be a goal kick. He clearly shoved him over there. It should have been a free kick, to be honest. But I like O'Neill, the Sunderland captain, but anyone who's watched him knows he does like to indulge in a bit of housery from time to time. So there'll be a receipt for Force. Don't worry about that one. Dave, hope my family are well. We are lovely. We had a lovely day yesterday, in fact. Bit of a day off, and it's Enid's grandma's, Shaylee's mother's birthday tomorrow. So we had a lovely takeaway last night. Thank you so much for asking. Here is Bar. Nice ball inside with the left foot to Bellingham. Oh, lovely turn by Bellingham. He's got it out to Clark, the danger man. Oh, Clark's beaten Ayling way too easily. Clark into the box. Good save. Oh, Luke Ayling got absolutely roasted by Jack Clark, didn't he? Well played by Bellingham in the first instance. And that's just not good from Ayling, is it? Clark just flies past him. Decent goalkeeping, actually, by Glover, because you don't know. Is he going to try and beat you on the near post from there? Is he going to try and flip it high into the... Or see a lot of people do it on the near post now, just try and lift the shot. And it's so hard to get the block on from that close in. Corner to Sunderland, and it comes from the left under the bar. Good goalkeeping. Good take from Glover. And they've played the channel there nicely. Greenwood, that's foul by Hume, isn't it? The ball's running away. Yellow card comes out. Who's the referee today? Is that referee England? I think it is, isn't it? Let's have a look. I think he's probably right, isn't he? Yeah, he's just dived in. Yeah, I'm at the referee right there. Swipe. Completely mistimed it and takes Greenwood out. Free kick, yellow card. O'Neill is a highly amusing individual. Yeah, that's one way of putting it, Steve. He's good fun, isn't he? Remember him getting a yellow for a piggyback bit that Dennis Wires about him. Where was that other comment? There we go. I remember O'Neill kissed Jacob Sorensen. Yeah. Never a dull moment, let's just say, with the Sunderland captain. Free kick, though, to Boro. Barlas has got really good delivery, hasn't he? And it goes right-footed. That's a good take by Patterson. He gets smashed into the bargain, but strong goalkeeping there from the Sunderland. Numero uno. O'Neill plays that out to Helder. Not a great ball by him up the line. But Ekwa has won it in midfield. Covers the ground so elegantly, Ekwa, doesn't he? Bar, good run by him. Oh, shot right-footed by Hume. Good strike. It's going in the corner, I think, that one. Glover makes the save. Here comes the counter. Really good stuff, this by Boro and Sunderland. Hackney to Greenwood. Frantic doesn't even begin to cover this pace. And here comes a counter attack. Jack Clark down the left now for Sunderland. Brilliant stuff. Clark to the byline. Took it a bit too far. He's still got it, actually, Clark. Pokes it back. And they can reset and start all over again. Hume crosses to the back stick. He's looking for Ekwa, the central midfielder who'd stayed up from the attack in the box. Bellingham doesn't quite know where that's gone. Ball's bouncing around, and in the end, Dan Ballard grabs hold of it. Glimpse. Want Boro to win, or Sunderland go above us. There you go. Piggybacking on Alex Scott. Oh, was that the player? There you go. Gary, good morning to you, sir. Big fan of the high-vis Sunderland kit. Don't talk to me about men in high-vis, or anybody in high-vis, in fact. Hume, another good cross by Hume at right back. Second delivery he's put in that's been really inviting, to use the football parlance. Bellingham now recycle. Ekwa around the corner, given away, cleared by Fry. Good game this, really good stuff. 16 gone. Good pace, good attacking intent from both sides. Some good football played by both. Plenty of entries into both boxes. Need a goal now, don't we? Hey? That's my match bingo card going. Okay, we got 2 on the middle line as well over on match bingo. We do need some goal action, though. Kjelder gets down the left. He puts the cross to the back stick. Hume recycles to Ekwa. Kind of flat delivery in there by Dan Neil. And it's gathered up. It's ended 0-0 now. And it's all my fault, isn't it, hey? Always my fault. Delayed pilot. Missed pre-match. I think most of the chat were on a Middlesbrough win, actually, interestingly enough. Wind it back and have a look. We did bang for them all at once. Barlesa getting in between the 2 centre-backs, trying to make the play for Boro. Howson fizzes it through. Force tries to flick it on, and they've turned it over now. Bellingham knocks it straight into the front, looking for Burstow. He can't control. Middlesbrough are going to have another go at rebuilding. Glover with a lovely ping there. It's just normal to see keepers pinging the ball out. I think they're David Beckham, all of them, don't they? Hey? It's back with Glover, who's going to be super emboldened after that attempt. So much so that he does exactly the same thing to the other side, to Ayling. Excellent distribution from the Boro keeper there, twice in the space of about a minute. Oh, lovely feed through there. Finazaz. This is great. Force now into the box. Force tries to put the cross in. And again, you don't see that many teams try and look for the real vertical attacks. It's a really big thing with Carrick, which I love because that's how he was as a player. 2 passes then, just wiped through the Sunderland backline. 2 vertical passes, and they've won the corner. 19-25. on the clock. I got 3 on the bottom line on match bingo now, by the way. Take a look at that. I do need a penalty to complete that line, though. Bring on the carnage. Flat corner to the back stick. Ref got in the way a little bit there. It was Engel. Ref apologises. To be fair, he had his back turned to Engel, who did still get plenty of time to have the shot. Yeah, what you're supposed to do. Engel blasts it over the bar in the end, but as much as I'm not having a pop at the ref, he'd have got a cleaner hit on that if referee England wasn't in the way in the first place. Neil to O'Neill. Bellingham back to O'Neill. Pressed nice and high by Hackney. Hjelder's not started that well, has he, the new fullback? Oh, there's a slide through there in the box again. Oh, he kind of slides Hackney there. I think he should have stayed on his feet, shouldn't he? He tried to slide in and put it across to Greenwood, who I think was arriving. Came from kind of Hjelder's giveaway, high up the pitch. Good tackle, actually. I think it's force. Nice ball through by Azaz. Looks onside to me. Stay on your feet there. Stay on your feet and try and engage the centre half. Azaz tries to get through O'Neill. And here comes a bar. Equa. Sunderland just trying to get a little bit more possession. That doesn't really matter, though, because Middlesbrough's attacking style has been very efficient, hasn't it? Not many passes for them to get into the box. With that base of Barlaser and Howson just managing to feed that ball through to either sort of Greenwood or Force or Azaz. There's a foul by Burstow on Howson. Free kick Boro inside their own half. Oh, lovely feet there in the central midfield. And it goes to Engel. Back into Vandenberg. Howson making the play. Just around the centre circle. Vandenberg. Engel. Nice squeeze there by Sunderland. So Middlesbrough try and go over the top of it. They win the header and it's turned over. Lovely ball by Equa to Bar. Bar comes inside, wins the foul. Some lovely passing in this game for both sides thus far. Home it goes. Once went straight from site work to a Julian Cope gig. Still had my high-vis gear on, so I had to change in the car park. Got on the gig and everyone was wearing high-vis. Julian Cope, that's the Teardrop Explodes, isn't it? It's about as cool as my music knowledge gets. Oh, great run by O'Neill. He's gone all the way down the pitch. Brilliant play. Knocks it out to Clark. Clark into the box. Clark hits the shot right-footed. And it's going to be a corner. Absolutely tremendous break. He went all Franz Beckenbauer on us there, didn't he? Luke O'Neill carried that ball miles down the pitch, didn't he? Superb. Let's have a look. Was it Ayling got the block on here? Didn't quite see, actually. Someone did, because it's a corner, and I can't tell you who. Hustling and bustling in the box. Corner goes short. Jack Clark puts that one in. Burstow was on the back stick. I think O'Neill was offside in the middle. Don't know why the flag's gone up there, because it didn't interfere, to be honest, there, unless Burstow himself was offside at the back stick. But I don't think I would have flagged then, to be honest. But hey-ho, I've been wrong before. And Middlesbrough restart again. Could a team get over 90 points and not go up automatically? Looks like that may happen this season, mightn't it? Still got 4 teams tracking 2 points per game or more. Will the trends continue? Engel. Barlessa. Hackney round the corner. Ayling. The one inside. Hackney. Ayling. Nice play by Ayling. Hackney puts it into the box. Good strength by Barlessa. That's excellent force. Tries to put the ball across. Sunderland counter. Is Clark going to be able to win that? I doubt it in the air against Vandenberg, who does really well. Excellent from Vandenberg against Sunderland's key danger man. Oh, that's gone through and the flag's gone up. That would have been tight, I reckon. Be interested to see that one back. Potential double offside. Looking at a handball shot there by Hjelde. That's not a handball, is it? No, it's very clearly hits the shirt sleeve up the top of his arm there. Be interested to see the offside call back again, because Greenwood might have been offside the first time or the second time, but both look tight. So I'd certainly need a review on that one. By the way, look at this on Match Bingo. Bottom line, if we get a penalty, I'm winning that. Bring it on. Someone do something silly in the box. Steve, pretty good game so far. Totally agree. It's been really good, hasn't it? Feel both of these teams are capable of making the top 6. One or the other rather than both. Yeah, agree on all counts there. Steve, will there be space, though, with West Brom, Hull in there now? Coventry have been really good lately. Norwich are pushing on nicely. Annie, you are a very kind man. Thank you so much. I think that's about 3 watch-alongs running. Annie has dropped a super chat in. Very, very kind. I very, very much appreciate the support. You too can super chat as well. Helps us out a bundle here. If you're not in a position to do that, just hit the thumbs up button. That's also a massive help too. But big thanks to Annie. Ekwa crosses to the back stick. Header is 1. I think that's going to be a corner, isn't it? Clark. Make defenders defend, says Neil Warnock. And that's exactly what Clark did. Probably not going to score from there, but you never know. You can get a handball. You can get a deflection. Force didn't know where he was, so big chance you could get a handball there, but didn't get his arms in the wrong place. Corner. Oh, look at that. O'Neill and Ayling. That's 2 pantomime villains against one another, isn't it? They'll have fun. Clark swings it in back stick. Ballard, good header by him. Bellingham knocks it back to Ekwa. O'Neill's offside again as it goes in. And he is deemed to be interfering again. This time, far from a man. Don't be silly and ear. Thoughts on Neil Warnock? He's not going up there, Christopher. Is he? Too far from home, that one. Hello, Clive. Welcome to you, sir. Here we go down the left-hand side now with Engel for Boro. He tries to knock it into the front. Bellingham scoops it up. Bellingham's giving it away to Hackney. Hackney hits the shot, deflected, corner. Really, really good game, this. Set to be confirmed. I'll believe that when I see it, if Sharon lets him go up to Aberdeen. Marlon, you absolute legend. £2 super chat, and you can see there he's already got the symbol. He's a member. You can join up as a member, which helps out massively as well. You can join the watch-alongs. You will get early access to my tribal football columns. I'm going to write that one tonight, hopefully. Shaylee said she's doing her nails tonight, which will take her probably the same time as it take me to write 1,000 words. It's all right. We'll talk to each other afterwards. Oh, okay. I stand corrected. Who put that in first? Christopher. Warnock going up north. Hackney tries to he's trying to get Ayling in down the right-hand side there. He's kind of falling over as he hit the pass, and Kjelder intercepts. Where is Kjelder going now? He's run 10 metres forward and 8 metres back. There we go. Back it goes to Patterson. Clips that one out to Hume. How on earth did that stay in? Some spin bowling there by Hume. I think it did stay in, to be fair. Barr down the right. Barr comes inside too easily, hits the shot. Both of those Boro fullbacks have been skinned in this game by the Sunderland wingers in 1v1 situations. Clark versus Ayling and Barr versus Engel there. Way too easy, isn't it? Just couldn't generate enough power on the shot with the left foot. Oh, nice feed through. Greenwood in behind. Well played, Patterson. He's offside, though. Greenwood apologises to Patterson. I think it was a very genuine attempt to score a goal. Just slid in and caught the keeper. He's very quickly off his line, to be fair. That's very, very tight. Linesman's there and in line, and I'm not, so we'll give him the benefit of the doubt, though. Ekwa. Hume. Barr. Ekwa. Barr. Blasts it into Ekwa, and it goes out for a Boro throw. And he says, why don't you just play it up the line, man? Mason Burstow touch map being put on the screen by Sky Sports. Are they suggesting he's not been in the game enough? Who's on comms today? I think it's Don Goodman summarising. Sunderland, Hawaii. There we go. Glover goes long down the pitch. Patterson clears to Kjelder. Handball shout, not given. Ayling had stopped his run there. Hackney kind of hooked it back down the line for him. But Ayling stopped. What's my thoughts with these two? Both possible. Yeah, that's exactly my thoughts, actually, Clive. But there's, I mean, if you think the top four are so far clear, and now you're looking at, we mentioned West Brom, Hull, Norwich, Coventry, these two, Watford, Preston still in the mix, aren't they? That math don't work, does it? A lot of potential teams, and the cream will rise in the end, won't it? As they say. Oh, horrible giveaway by, it was Greenwood, wasn't it? And a foul by Engel. Surely he's going to get booked for dissent there. Screaming at the linesman. Engel has been booked. Did Barr get booked as well? I saw referee England was doing that. If Barr did that and didn't get booked, he should be. Engel definitely should have got booked for going and screaming in the... Yeah, Barr, I don't know why Barr hasn't been booked then. That's getting annoying that now, isn't it? Because at the start of the season, everybody who did that got booked. And it was kind of like, well, fine, we can all understand that. But, oh, good, he did get... Okay. He did get booked. I didn't see him get booked. But, yeah, apparently the yellow card went up. So I think the ref got all of those right, to be honest. There's just a really annoying one in the... in the Ipswich Watford game I was watching, where someone did it and didn't get booked, and then someone else did, and you're like, okay, I don't quite get this, to be honest, but there you go. Hector, welcome to you. So here comes Barr into the penalty box now. Good looking opening. This Barr does really well. Beats Engel easily. Oh, it's so poor, the finish. Ekwa had the tap in. Barr completely, well, not to put too fine a point on it, left Engel on his backside there, didn't he? The Boro left back is really having trouble with Bar. It's a real poor finish, though, isn't it? Into the side netting. Two real good chances in this game. One for Finn Azaz. One there for Abdoulaye Bar. I'd be a bit worried if I was Michael Carrick about both wings in this game, especially with Engel on a yellow card now. But here comes Ayling for Borough. Force pops the cross in. Oh, Hackney was there on the near post. Couldn't quite connect. Here's Azaz. Crosses in left-footed. Decent header clear. Good bit of mopping up there by Burstow. Bellingham helps it away. Clark, nice and calm. Into Hume. But fair play to Engel. He's come right up the pitch with him still, even though he knows if he gets turned around in that position, he's toast and on a yellow card. Greenwood slides in on Ballard, and it's going to be a goal kick. It's a missed control originally by Ballard. And then a decent slide tackle by Greenwood. Hackney slides in. Less good tackle there. Callum, welcome to you, sir. Hackney not booked for that one. Again, I make referee England right about that one. Just mistimes it, doesn't he? Takes out O'Neill, who hits the deck. Maybe it was the language used. Yeah, potentially. I just think they can make Dominic. I think they can make it really simple. Just say, every single instance of that, if it's seen by the referee or any of his officials, just get the yellow card out. Fairly black and white, isn't it? O'Neill and Greenwood having fun there. Naughty one from Greenwood. Just leaves one on Luke O'Neill, who's always right in the thick of it, isn't he? Hey, Marlon, am I doing watch along next week? I think we'll go all three next week. To be honest, if Ipswich are on TV, it's easier for me to just do it on TV, and I'll let someone else have my season ticket. So yeah, we'll probably do. Who's on Friday night? Sheffield Wednesday and somebody? Can't remember. But then Ipswich, West Brom. We've got one on Sunday as well. Someone look it up for me. But I think I'm doing all three next weekend. I think I've already arranged that with the missus. So there we go. Any Ipswich fan needs a ticket for next Saturday. I may be able to help out. Thank you, Tom. Cov Millwall. Yes, definitely do that on the Sunday. Engel throws in. Who's on Friday night, guys? Into the box goes Neil. Oh, nice back heel there by Hackney in the box. Nice improvisation. Wednesday, Birmingham. Thank you, Callum and Tom. So what are we doing watch-alongs next weekend? Wednesday, Birmingham, Ipswich, West Brom, and then Millwall, Cov Millwall, whichever way around. Can't think. That's far more helpful. He's written it down for me. Well done, Marlon. Delayed pilot. Championship S-House. Yes. Get the nominations in, for sure. I'll nominate Sam Morse. He can go in there. Ashley Barnes, O'Neill, Ayling. Yep. Get him in there. All of them. That team would be horrible to play against, wouldn't it? Where would we be without the housery, hey? Ekwa tries to cross it to the back stick for Burstow. Yes. Jamie Vardy. Actually, maybe Jamie Vardy could be the manager. Player manager, I reckon. Oh, into the box. Clark spins, leaves the keeper on the deck. Surely. Oh, my goodness me. How have they not scored? It was put across the box to Bar. No keeper on the line. And it was cleared off the line. Incredible. I need to watch that back. Oh, excuse me. Ekbar again. What a chance. Can't believe we haven't had a goal in this one with the chances for Azaz and two for Bar. Now, here comes a counter for Boro. Nice back heel again by Hackney. He's got that one in his locker. Azaz, Ailing. Sky will give us a replay of that mega chance for Bar there. Cross goes in from Azaz. O'Neill heads clear and Burstow hoiks it up in the air. Headed down. And hopefully Sky will give us a replay of that in a minute. Pearson Warnock as gaffer. Yeah. Math, welcome to you, Squire. Another, get that symbol by your name. Sign up, another member. Hackney tries to find Azaz, and here comes a Sunderland counter. Burstow in an offside position. Here's Azaz, edge of the box, into the box. Azaz crosses left-footed. Oh, chance for Hackney there. Hit that really well. Someone, I'll tell you when I see a replay, got a really good block on that one. This is for a 0-0. This is blooming entertaining, I tell you. Right, here's the chance, I think. Bellingham did really well. Into Clark. Look at that. Clark lays the keeper down. Oh, my God. And Bar is on the 6-yard line. I mean, fair play to Vandenberg, who makes the block. But Bar should be burying that, shouldn't he? Dear oh me. Steph Johansson, get him in. Where's Steph Johansson playing now? Bar should have scored, shouldn't he? Should have scored twice, actually, when he laid Engel down. Two real big chances. So let me just try and fix the lights for the 500th time. Gain. We'll try that. And then the sun will come out. And I'll look like I'm in... What's that thing where they flip the polarity of the colours? What's that called? Can't remember. Who should be joining us from League One next season? Do you know what, Anir? Throw it in there. I really haven't been keeping up this season, to be honest. Had a big vested interest last season, obviously. Free kick to Boro. Goes short. Swung in by Engel. Not a great ball. And it goes for a throw-in. And Sky are very helpfully now plugging all the games I'm going to be doing watch-alongs of next week after that conversation. Truthful out in the end, won't it, hey? Engel tries to pop the cross in. Engel's got it again down the left. I'm sure I speak on behalf of the entire chat. Emma, there you go. There's a shout out for you, my dear. Lots of comments going in there. I'm trying to keep up, guys. Stevenage in the Championship. That'd be nice for me, actually. That's just down the road. My perfect travel championship I need MK Dons. I need Luton. I need Stevenage. I need Peterborough, Cambridge. Get them all in there, and then I can go to a million games. It'd be great. Greenwood. Ekwa takes it off him. Engel, who's had a thoroughly interesting half. Thoughts on Ephron Mason Clark? Dara McAntony probably thinks he's worth 50 million. But hey, Peterborough produced good forwards. We can definitely say that. Engel. Ooh, just round the corner. All the Yorkshire clubs are getting relegated, Tom. In League One or in, I suppose, are you talking about who's down there? Wednesday, Rotherham. I suppose if QPR move up a place and Huddersfield gets sucked in, then yeah, could literally lose 3 Yorkshire clubs. Fair point in one fell swoop. Let's try and put the gain up now. That doesn't work, does it? Sorry, messing with the lights again. How's that? We are into 1 minute of stoppage time. In the channel, O'Neill is just defending that from force. He's just trying to... Well, you guys wanted to see the Ailing flop today. You've seen it, but by Luke O'Neill. Just waits for the hit from Sam Greenwood and flops on the deck. Luke O'Neill, rivaling Jamie Vardy as captain for our Championship S-House 11. And it is half-time, and Sky have got a close-up on Abdoulaye Ba, who has missed 2 gigantic chances to give Middlesbrough the lead in this one. It's 0-0. It's a really good game, to be fair. Mick Beale's just having a word with Pierre Ekwa ahead of getting into the dressing room. And it is half-time. 0-0. We'll do the numbers. Should have been goals for both sides, especially with that Finn Azaz chance as well coming before the 2, really sort of decent chances for Boro. There's your numbers, guys. 53-47 in possession in favour of Boro. The XG obviously is going Sunderland's way with those 2. Let me try and pick out that second chance. Is that it there? No, that's Hjelde. Oh, hang on. Hjelde. That's Sunderland. There we go. No. Excuse me. There we go. But 0.38 for that one alone and 0.19. So 0.5 of that XG number is Abdoulaye Ba's. But 0.88 to 0.61 on the XG in Sunderland's favour. 9 shots to 7 in Sunderland's favour. 4 shots to 1 on target in Sunderland's favour. 2 big chances in Sunderland's favour to 0. Although, knowing the quality of player Finn Azaz is, you would have expected the net to bulge on that chance for him, even though, is that it there? Only goes down as 0.16, but we know the keeper wasn't in the net. Right, that will do us. Get your questions in, guys. I'm going to make a coffee. I'm going to be back in 3 minutes. If I can set my phone up. Need to do Face ID. There we go. I'm going to be back in 3 minutes and 49 seconds. So we can go to some Q&A, etc., etc. And I will be right back. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back, everybody. It's Middlesbrough 0, Sunderland 0 at half time. The sun has well and truly gone in here, so let's try it this way round. And this light can stop irritating me. Oh, it just doesn't work, does it? We'll try it that way round, and we'll get into your halftime questions. I can see loads of comments in here. Let's have a look here. Right, questions. Okay, we'll start with a comment there. Alsby Brum watching from behind the sofa. Well, I'm sure we've all done that, haven't we? How's the heating in my room? Well, the heating of the planet is a little bit warmer at the moment, so I think we're getting out of the worst bit in the hard winter. Very selfish, but what have you made of Liam Manning so far in the Championship? Bit mixed. And here, Liam Manning at Bristol City so far. How many games has he been in? He's been there a fair wee while now. Let me just bring up their results. The recent run is not great at all, is it? But to be fair, what have you got there? Watford, Coventry, Leeds, maybe some difficult fixtures. I think you've got to play the long game with him. I think there's evidence it's potentially going to go in the right direction. But yeah, so a bit of a non-answer that, Annie. But yeah, a little bit mixed, I think. Has Brandon Williams been around long enough to be in the Shahousery? Yep, get him in there. Can play either side of the Shahousery 11. Andrew, never mind the results. You've got to give it to Stoke. Oh, stop it. There we go. He's been naughty there, isn't he? Opinion on Cifuentes. What football derby haven't you... Oh, can I answer the second one? I want to go to that River Plate Boca Juniors one. That looks mental in Argentina. What is my favourite synthesizer? We're going on music. My favourite synthesizer I ever had was a Korg Triton Extreme in about 2005. I think I love that synth. Unbelievable scenes. What do you make of the Chris Wilder Sandwichgate incident? Should assistant referees be allowed to eat whilst listening to Premier League managers have a rant? Classic Wilder. I think the last two words have summed that up. I think Mr. Wilder knew what he was doing. A bit of deflection tactics, let's just say, but it's very funny, wasn't it? Here's my hot take. Hull will be closer to Ipswich than Ipswich are to top two. Hull will be closer to Ipswich than Ipswich are to top two. Is that a hot take? That could well happen, couldn't it? What have we got here? 3-1 Sunderland. Going 1-0 Sunderland. Okay. We'll do some more predictions getting into this. Keep your questions coming in. Could Stoke get relegated this season? I don't think so. Obviously, they could. Let me bring the table up. Let's have a look at this relegation picture because that opens up a bigger conversation. Rotherham right now look cooked, don't they? When you see it's a 12-point gap, and then the goal difference really, they'd have to make up 13 points on Huddersfield there potentially. No, I can't. No, I don't think. I'm still in my 3 from 4 head, even though that it's closed up, hasn't it? With those, I mean, if you look there, QPR 7 points in 3 games, Huddersfield 6 points in 4 games, which, if you look above them, is more than any of the 3 teams have all scored in 5 games. So it's closed up, but I don't know. I just see Stoke, Birmingham, etc., just having too much in their squads, really. But hey, I've been wrong before, and sometimes teams go on horrendous runs and drop into the bottom 3, and sometimes teams go on good runs and get out of them. What else have we got here? Very mild hot take. Hull accumulate. Yeah, I made Hull's. Hopefully you've watched the video. I made Hull's transfer business 5-star. Zaruri and Carvalho particularly have bossed this divisions, haven't they? Dylan, Who's the best in the Championship at bringing through their own players? Probably Bristol City at the moment. Would that be the right answer? Considering they've sold Lloyd Kelly, Alex Scott, Antoine Semenyo. I can't think of anyone who's done a better job than that. I suppose Norwich in the last 5 years have sold Aarons and Godfrey and probably a few others that I'm missing out. Campwell. So yeah, probably Bristol City and Norwich, unless I'm missing someone completely obvious there. Blackburn, they've sold Adam Wharton very recently, haven't they? But I don't think anyone else. You got to look at who's in the team and how many have sort of been sold, haven't you? And those would be, I think, the standout teams there. Omar Bamidele, yeah, good point. So that's definitely a few in the last sort of 4 or 5 years for Norwich. Done a really good job there, haven't they? What else have we got here? Think the relegation scrap depends on how well teams bed in their January signings. Well, that's a good point, especially as it pertains to Huddersfield, who've signed a couple of strikers into the bargain, haven't they? QPR went fairly late, but did bring a couple in, didn't they? Sheffield Wednesday, I think, because they loaned in Pervader from Leeds, didn't they? They had 4 in on loan as well. So, yeah, right. It's 1 o'clock. I think we can go to predictions as all you NFL fans. By the way, if you sign up as a member, there's actually an NFL group in our WhatsApp community that Russ has kind of pointed in all the right directions now as well. So the lads who like NFL are chatting that. Sunday the 11th, Super Bowl 58. All coming up. How did I get to know Sam Parkin? Well, a few years ago, I went on, I can't remember what the podcast was called, but it was like a lower leagues one. It was the totally, what was that James Richardson show? Was it Guardian Football Weekly or something like that? I think they did an EFL spin-off and Caroline Barker was presenting it and Sam was on that. And I went on that for a guest spot, but I properly got to know him and we spoke then briefly. Probably got to know him working for the EFL show on the TV last year. And it's really nice, actually, because I got introduced to him and he said, oh, no, I remember chatting to you on the EFL podcast. And I think if you've watched Sam on the Championship Check-In podcast now, his recall's very good. But yeah, we made friends last year doing that. And really pleased to have him on the Championship Check-In podcast each and every week. And you can watch it. You can watch that tomorrow night. That's going to be coming out. Speaking of coming out the tunnel now are the Boro and Sunderland players. So we need to go to predictions. What's the full-time score, guys? Put the team names in as well. Really helps me out. Otherwise, we just get a load of numbers and not everybody puts the home team first and I don't get it all correct. So you've got 16 seconds. I need your predictions in for how this one's going to end. I can't believe we haven't had goals. It's been really entertaining. 0-0 so far between Boro and Sunderland. Get your predictions in for the full-time score. You've got 16 seconds. Go. I'm guessing we're going to get 1-0s either way, being it's a 0-0 at half-time. Keep the predictions coming in, and I'll read them all out. And we are off already. Referee England wasting no time. Second half has begun. I will read your predictions in just a second. Free kick to Sunderland. Let me just do my reset properly here. And we need to do the teams. Just crack through those quickly. Sorry about the lighting again. I'm trying natural lighting today and every time the sun moves a millimetre, it makes a big difference in here, unfortunately. There are your teams. Glover in goal for Boro. Ayling, Fry, Vandenberg, Engel. Barlasser, Hackney. Force, Howson, Azaz, and Greenwood. For Sunderland, Patterson, Hjelde, Ballard, O'Neill, Hume. Neil, Ekram, Bellingham, Central. Clark and Barr wide, with Mason Burstow up top. It's nil, effing nil. And I've got some predictions to read out here. Here we go. Let's start with Mark. 2-1 Sunderland, 1-1 draw Clive. Dylan, 2-1 Boro. If you see all these people with the little symbol after here, they are members. You can click join down there. Helps me out massively. Sticking to 1-1. 3-1 Emma. Russ, 0-0. Hector, 1-0 Boro. Same for Pilot. 3-2. Love it. 1-1. 3-2 Boro. That was 1-0 Boro. 0-0. 1-1 Dominic. Desmond for Christopher. Right. 46:50 on the clock. Sky Sports Football we're watching on, if you are on Sky Go or on Smart TV, any of that good stuff. So I'm just logging back into Match Bingo. You might be a bit behind, so we can give you a timestamp if that particularly helps. Here comes Luke Ayling, slides that one inside to Force. Ayling into the box. Ayling hits it left-footed. Chance blocked out there. Good play by the Boro fullback. And a chance within a couple of minutes. It's really well played by Ayling. Plays it inside, keeps his run going. Plays it again, keeps his run going. It's just excellent from Ayling. And if that poked left-footed shot goes through someone's legs, that's going in the corner, isn't it? Blocked in the end. Have I spelt that wrong? gmail.com. Christ. I just want to update you on my Match Bingo card, but it's logged me out. Log me back in. Here we go. Oh, for God's sake. Right. I'll do it in a gap in a minute later. Here is Hjelde. And Patterson back to Hjelde. Tom says 2-0 Sunderland come what may. Luke Ayling, 500 league appearances. What a tremendous effort that is. 500 appearances. I assume today is number 500 if they're popping that up. Didn't recognize that password. I bet I typed it in wrong, didn't I? Let's try again. Come on, please work. Yes. Right, we'll be able to get you a Match Bingo update now. Go to the live game. Oh, one line has gone. Damn. I was in on it down the bottom there. Look, needed a penalty. So we just need carnage in the second half for me to get involved in there. Matchbingo.co.uk or download the app's much easier. Right, we're all set now. Bar taken off him by Azaz, pickpocketed. Play switched over to the right. There's too much on that. Hjelde does well to knock Force off the ball there. Here comes Bellingham. Greenwood has about 5 nibbles at him. Not quite sure how he hasn't managed to foul him yet. And Sunderland have it at the back. There's a big diag looking for Bellingham and an easy header back for Luke Ayling to go home, all the way home to Glover, the brilliantly named Glover, in a goal. This result does not a great deal for anything, really. It moves Sunderland above Norwich into 8th. Moves Boro. No, Boro right where they are because of Cardiff's goal difference. Both sides really want to nick that goal and nick the 3 points from this one. 50 on the clock. 0-0. Very decent first half, though, entertainment-wise. Throwing down the Boro left. Engel. Barlasa. Howson. Hackney back to Howson. Fry. Barlasa. Azaz. Loose pass by Azaz, but he's won it back, actually. Azaz tries to put the cross in. Neil. Well, I was going to say Neil clears. He wasn't trying to. He was trying to just softly knock that out, into right back. Ends up putting it straight out of play. And Middlesbrough can start rebuilding. Fry steps out of defence. And Mason Burstow, who's not really had the impact in this game that Mick Beale would have wanted, makes the foul. Got the lad Rusin on the bench, haven't they? Ukrainian striker. Oh, slid through. His Greenwood is in. Greenwood goes round the keeper. Is it a penalty? No, the offside flag's up. That would have been jolly interesting to see. Greenwood's tried to make that run several times. It's the right decision. He is offside. So it's irrelevant. But would it have been a penalty? Probably. That line's been fairly high from Sunderland, and Greenwood's tried to run in. To be fair, they've played him well. He's been offside every single time, hasn't he? Barlasa. Nice ball. Hackney. Ayling. Ayling right up on the right wing here. Hackney. Howson. Ayling. Cross goes in low. O'Neill pokes a foot at it. Half cleared. Howson edge of the box. Hackney. Nicely worked. Ayling. Ayling comes inside. Tries to curl. Left-footed. Puts it wide of the post. So very sort of tight and congested on the edge of the box. So Ayling did well to turn inside Bellingham. Tries the curler with the left foot. We saw one Kyle Walker-Peters pull that off a few weeks ago for Southampton, didn't we? Coming in from right back, bending it in the corner with his left foot. TVBH. I'm a Sunderland and, well, not a fan of Burstow, let's just say. We need Royson on. Ayling's good going forward. Scored a couple of scorchers before now. Not his best effort there with his left foot. Howson. Pace has just dropped a little bit, and Sunderland are not really having a lot of the ball. Boro on top here. As soon as I say that, of course, it turns over. Clark, beautiful feet there. And look at that acceleration. Here comes Clark. Falls for Burstow. Burstow can't get out of his feet. Frustrating afternoon. There's that Sunderland fan in the chat just pointed out for Mason Burstow. Just not gone for him. Danny. That's the $64,000 question, isn't it? Do you think either of these sides are better than the current top 7? Not a lot in it, is there? I mean, the table says no, which is a easy get out for me. I think at their best, yeah, they can do it. But Again, the maths don't work, do they? We mentioned all of those teams that are in the shake-up for the playoffs, and really looking at the points totals for the top four, there's only 2 places, isn't there? Looking fairly open. There you go. Jack, as an Albion fan, not particularly worried about either of these sides catching. Jones injured for Boro. That does make a difference. Isaiah Jones, at his best, is one of the best right-sided players in the league, isn't he? Equa. Neil back to Equa. A little bit more pragmatic from both sides in this half. Less frantic on the press, to be honest. Both sort of sitting a little bit while the other team's in possession. Hackney tries to win that twice. Ballard catches him. I think refs called that a racing incident. Who's calling me? Call me. So I'm just holding it because it's vibrating on the desk. The drop ball is given back to the Sunderland keeper, Patterson, and away we go again. It's tight now, isn't it, hey? Fry. Vandenberg, nice ball that, out to Ayling. O'Neill. Oh, Christ almighty, Patterson nearly got caught in his own 6-yard box there. Goodness me. 2 closing him down. He got away with one there, didn't he? Touch. Closed down by Greenwood, and then he doesn't realise he's turning right back into Marcus Force. And Boro on top here, aren't they? Putting the pressure on. They look the more likely, but how many times on these watch-alongs do we say that? And then the other team goes up the other end and scores. Hackney. Vandenberg. Fry goes home. Sunderland just managing to get up the pitch a little bit now. Burstow with the press. Glover tries to find Ayling from the goal kick. Shelder wins it in the air. Welcome, Alan. Eustace would be a great appointment for Huddersfield if they can pull it off. Yeah, still looking for a manager. There's Pat Roberts on our screens there. Would he have taken either of those chances that Barr missed in the first half? You tell me. Oh, there's a feed into Azaz. Edge of the box. Azaz puts it. Oh, there were 2 options there as well. And he kind of put it in between the both of them. And Sunderland get it clear. Sam Greenwood wins the free kick there. Dan Neal with the foul. But let's have another look at this. Oh, he either needed to play it in short to Hackney or long to Force. And he played it in between the 2 of them there. Finn Azaz. Sunderland looking a bit lackluster so far this half. Good word, that. Lackluster, isn't it? We like that. Free kick. Which Dan Barlasa is going to put in right-footed. 60 on the clock now. I'm assuming Mick Beale and Michael Carrick's going to start changing up things with the substitutes. Ayling and Equa having a bit of fun in the middle there. They're all laughs now. It'll be deadly serious when the ball goes into the box, though. High line from Sunderland from the free kick. Sun's come out again. Apologies for the shot. Right, come on. This free kick's taking forever. Barlas has just said what he's going to do. He's going to float it into the back stick. Fooled me. Goes short. Greenwood hits the shot. And it falls in the middle of the box for Marcus Force, who controls it, swipes the shot in, right-footed, drills it into the corner. And we have a goal. We have a lead. We have a scorer. It's scored by Marcus Force for Middlesbrough. It's Boro 1, Sunderland 0. Not entirely how they meant that free kick to go, but fair play. It was imaginative. Fooled me. Touched off. Greenwood hits the shot. It kind of bobbles in to Force. That's actually, I've not given him any credit there. Does he control that on the volley? Touch. Oh, what a goal. Oh, I didn't notice that. It's a brilliant goal, actually. Controls it with the left foot. Oh, that is outstanding. It went in so quickly, I didn't see the first touch. It deflects. Left foot control. Wow, it's a hell of a goal by Force. He's spinning this way, controls it with his left foot, and then perfect balance, right foot full on the volley. I hadn't even noticed the sheer skill of the first touch. And he's asking, I think he's asking the fans to smile there, and you'll be smiling with a first touch and a finish like that. Courtesy of that replay, I'm saying that's an outstanding goal, certainly an outstanding first touch and finish by Marcus Force. Middlesbrough 1, Sunderland 0. Get your thoughts in via the comments. Sunderland will go, Middlesbrough will go level on points now with Sunderland. They're both on 43, tucked behind Coventry and Norwich on 44, and then Hull holding 6th position. I think Middlesbrough probably deserved the goal on the balance of the second half, don't they? Sunderland should have had a couple in the first half, shouldn't they, with those 2 good chances for Abdoulaye Ba. But it is Marcus Force with the goal. Middlesbrough 1, Sunderland 0. Charlie, we've been shocking this second half. They haven't been in the game, really. I don't tend to agree with him. BL under pressure if they lose this. Sunderland find some luster there. That's a great finish. Beal out, trending on Twitter in 5. There you go. Tremendous goal by Marcus Force. And Sunderland need to find something now, don't they? And I suspect we'll see Patrick Roberts and maybe, is it Alexander Rusin? Rusin, the striker, is surely going to be in fairly soon. Mick Beale is going to have to do something. I'm going to have to do something. Look, 2 lines gone on match bingo, and I'm languishing behind here. Ooh, down in the box there goes Force. I think maybe Hjelde had won the ball there, and he just runs over the challenge. We don't very often see those get given. If you're a Sunderland fan, you want to see some response now, but the ball is still. I'm pointing that way because I'm looking at my screen there, heading in that direction. And we've done this before, haven't we? Roberts and Royson getting ready to come on. I think we called both of the substitutions there that Mick Beale is about to make. Birmingham v Sunderland in 2 weeks' time. Getting the popcorn out. Yeah, that's going to be an interesting one, isn't it? I think Sunderland edged the first half, but Carrick has had a word at half time. Yeah, I suppose they've been better in the second half, haven't they? I think we need to give Sunderland credit for their part in Middlesbrough not being on top in the first half. But yeah, I'd agree with the point. Bellingham plays that forward. Surely Bellingham got caught there after he played that, didn't he? Howson. Ayling clips that one down the line. Oh, lovely touch by Hackney. Oh, Hackney just flicked that round the corner, Dennis Bergkamp style, and then Force tried to backheel it back to him. Would have been beautiful if they could have pulled it off. Middlesbrough still got the ball. They're playing well, aren't they, Bar, in the second half? They are much the better team here. Engel. Interestingly, first time they've attacked down the left-hand side for the majority of this half. It's all been down the right-hand side. And here they come again with Ayling. Force, the goal scorer. Great goal just a few minutes ago by Marcus Force. Clark, Ekwa, as we await a double substitution for Sunderland. We're expecting Pat Robertson. Is it Alexander? Rus in the Ukraine. Sorry, I should double check that, shouldn't I? What is his first name? Bench. Nazeri Rusin. Oh, they're in again. Oh, put wide of the post by Greenwood. Oh, dear. Nazeri Rusin. I'm thinking of Usyk, the boxer, aren't I, Alexander? Or Alexander he is, isn't he? Lovely ball in from the left-hand side, and that should be 2-0, shouldn't it? Great run by Greenwood. Not the finish, though. Give Patterson credit there, but the odds are in favour of the forward in that position, aren't they? And maybe they've gotten away with one there. Out go Burstow, and I assume Abdullah Bar. Not a good day for either of those. Burstow really didn't get into the game, did he? The young Chelsea loanee. And Bar obviously missed those two glorious chances in the first half. Royson should have started. With hindsight, you may be right. Charlie. Who's another member? Look, get that symbol by your name. Hit the join button down there somewhere. Match stats second half. Yeah, massively. Sunderland haven't had a touch in Middlesbrough box in the second half. And unless someone's going to smash in a worldie, you ain't going to score with a stat like that, are ya? The ball is back with Patterson, the keeper, as we come into the last 20 minutes with 68-25 on the clock. Ekwa to Neil, who draws the foul. Thank you for your support this afternoon, everybody. It's been a decent watch, this, hasn't it? Good stuff. Bellingham. Neil, that is to nobody in particular. Royson is going to chase it down. Oh, I thought we were going to get an Ayling flop there. Oh, what are you doing, Ayling? Play the ball, not the man. And in the end, we do there. Down he goes and wins the foul. I think he expected to win it 5 seconds before he actually did. I was saying, thank you so much for the support. We got 76, is that right? Let me just refresh that. 79 likes. Let's see how close we can get to 100. If everybody watching could all hit the like button, you've got 9 seconds. If we all do it at the same time, hit the like button. It's time for a like spike. Luke Ayling has just given the referee a pound coin there. Royson is suggesting, ooh, ouch. He got elbowed. Elbow hit him in the face for sure, but I don't think Ayling swung it. So I think it says in the laws striking an opponent. So not a foul, I don't think, but still painful nonetheless. Ayling wins it back off Royson again. And Vandenberg plays it out to Engel. Home it goes to a Glover. Thank you all for the likes. We're up to 89. We'll see if we can get to 100 before the end of the stream. That would be tremendous. Ayling. Force tries to knock it inside to Hackney. Blocked out. $53 up on the clock now. Boro 1, Sunderland 0. Ayling wins the throw-in off Jack Clark. And Middlesbrough have been good value, haven't they, for their second half lead? I think those stats Sky were putting up about just Sunderland haven't been able to create anything in the second half. They should have had a couple of goals in the first half, Sunderland, shouldn't they? But you got to play the hand you're dealt, and it was 0-0 at half time, and Boro have come out and really gone for it. And there is Steve Gibson, the owner, who will be pretty happy with what he's seen in the second half. He'll also be pretty happy with signing Morgan Rogers for not a great deal of money in summer and selling him last week, or when was the window shut? It was Thursday night or something, wasn't it? Or late this week, and banking a big profit. If you don't have them there parachute payments, you've got to build stars, and unfortunately, you've got to sell them if you want to have income anywhere near the relegated Premier League teams in the Championship in this era. Ayling, what a pass by 8. Oh, no, he's put too much on it. It looked like it was going to be an incredible pass there on the half volley. Just too far ahead of Sam Greenwood. Yeah, just bounced up. Would have been a hell of a ball, that, wouldn't it? Nice idea. Greenwood unable to control it as it bounced up and over his head. Ayling's having a lovely old time today. He hasn't shut up all game every time the camera's been on him. Surprises me, Dale Fries. Yeah, young English centre back, loads of Championship experience. I think under 21 international as well. I agree with that, Clive. Beale's plan A and B of passing to Clark seemingly isn't working right. To be fair to Beale, Danny, in the first half, Clark's playing on the left wing. If his right winger had had his shooting boots on, they'd have had a couple of goals in the first half. So sometimes you can blame the manager, but sometimes your right winger getting two giant chances inside or just on the edge of the 6-yard box has got to stick him in the back of the net, hasn't he? Free kick to Boro. They scored from the last one of these. Obviously, it went short. Knocked into Greenwood. His shot got deflected and then brilliantly finished by Marcus Force. This one's going in the box. Oh, header on the near post. I think it came off Ballard. I think there's a really good tackle in there. Another good block. Really good defending by Sunderland, to be fair. Then I'd like to see a replay of that because I think Ballard got a touch and Vandenberg. Oh, Glover. Last man there just skipped past Royce and he was in all kinds of trouble if he didn't get that right. A couple of things I want to see on replay there, if Sky would kindly oblige. It looked like there was a really good block. Sam Greenwood has been booked. That's probably about his 7th foul in this game. I'm joking, but let's have a look here. Yeah, it's a really good block by Neil. I think they're trying to call for a penalty there on was it Fry and O'Neill. Arms around, and there's the foul. We didn't get to see the lovely little sidestep by the goalkeeper Glover there. Greenwood finally goes into the book there. He's been nibbling away. To be fair, he's been doing his pressing very nicely, hasn't he? David, am I going to the Den for the Ipswich game? David, that game is on Valentine's Day, so It is more than my testicles are worth to go to a football match on Valentine's Day, I'm afraid. I think we'll do a watch along the night before on the 13th, or maybe I'll try and get to a game the night before somewhere. And I think Carrick is about to make a triple substitution. I think is that Silvera, Coburn, and O'Brien look like they're about to all come into the game. We're about to go into minute 76. Carrick going to the bench. Don't be sorry, David. Enjoy the game if you're headed down there. I'm sure there'll be a good Ipswich following, with or without me there. Taking a risk going to the den? Absolutely not, Clive. No, lovely people. Nothing but friendly to me down at the den. Well, certainly when Ipswich aren't playing there, for sure. City v Southampton. Oh, bit of a trek down there for me, but it'd be a good game, that one. Really good, won't it? Having a rough time. My friend is losing all hope and struggling to manage to cope with my own stuff. Glad you're streaming. Oh, well, if we can do anything like that, Isaac, that is great. And there's plenty of lovely people in the chat who I'm sure just talk, just keep talking. That's the key if you're struggling. Keep talking. What's my favourite ground to go to? Oh, too many. Too many. I think the actual stadium, I always like Villa Park, to be honest. But just doing this now, the people are just so nice. And, you know, I go to grounds and constantly chatting with the fans and whatnot, which makes it so fun going to football. Sam Greenwood, just having a chat with Jonathan Woodgate on the bench there, and Marcus Force. They've both just been removed in that treble substitution. JJ, has the game been any good? Yeah, it's been really good, hasn't it? First half, real ding-dong battle. Big chance for Finn Azaz for Boro. 2 big chances for Abdullah Bar for Sunderland. 0-0 at half-time. And Boro have been really good in the second half, haven't they? Here is Bellingham. Tries to get inside. Ayling takes him down. And he's still talking, Ayling, but he's in the book now. Yeah, he just got nuked by Clark there, didn't he? Easy little sidestep, clear yellow card. Ayling is in the book. And Sunderland, probably with their first chance to get a touch in the box this half. I think it's still 0. Yeah, let me fly that up the flagpole, Annie. That might work, potentially. Right, Clark bends it in right-footed. Ooh! Well, we say they haven't had a touch in the box. Dan Ballard just got a good touch in the box there. Glancing header, not far around the far post. A really good delivery by Clark, isn't it? Look at that. Floated in beautifully. I'm not sure keeper's going to get that. We've got a really good angle from Sky now. Nah, keeper's not getting that. If that's inside that far post, he threw himself across the goal there. And that's all it takes, isn't it? Just a set play into the box and you're back in it. Roberts, don't think we mentioned him since he came on. Boots it over to the left wing. I'm being a bit unfair. There was a good ball there, wasn't it? Hjelde heads it down. All of a sudden, Sunderland have got some momentum. Ekwa heavy touch. Royston takes that off Bellingham's toes on the edge of the box. And here we go, ready to rebuild. Ballard. Roberts Nice dribble by him. Roberts crosses in. Yelder was there on the back stick. He was offside. He's kind of caught in about 3 minds there, wasn't he? Do I header this? Do I volley it? Do I chest it? He did none of the above. Sorry, just messing with the light again. It was beautiful sunshine when we started. The sun is very much behind a cloud now here in beautiful Bedfordshire. O'Brien is foul. Referee England, who's had a good game, hasn't he, the ref? Referees always get slagged off for everything they do. Never get credit, so I always try. Silvera crosses in. Ayling, Silvera. Hackney. Hackney gets it back. Tries a little lift in there to Azaz. And it's cleared. Royson back helping. And Sunderland. Well, they're going to try and get that clear, but they've given away a throw-in immediately. 81-42 on the clock. Here is Hackney. Sorry, excuse me, Engel down the line to O'Brien. O'Brien, lovely one round the corner. In comes the cross from the left. Everybody misses it. And Jack Clark gets back, plays that round the corner. That's a brilliant one too. And here comes Clark now. And no way Ayling's getting back to him. Clark comes back inside. Oh, brilliant from Clark to find Royson, who sets up for the shot. And he's fired it into the corner. Goodness me. They've got the equaliser, and I think it's going to go down as a goalkeeping mistake. Brilliant break from Jack Clark. Royson only had eyes for goal there, but I need to see the replay. I think there might have been a bit of butterfingers there from Glover in goal. Who cares? It is 1-1. Well, a 1-goal lead is always a precarious one. Look, it's brilliant from Jack Clark. He generates this whole attack himself. Look at the ball across as well. But up it bounces. Oh, keeper. Yeah, he's got to save that, hasn't he? He just gets flat-footed, doesn't he? And he's not ready to spring out to his left. And it's right through his hands, Glover. It's a horrible bit of goalkeeping, isn't it? It's a decent enough shot from Royson. Oh, no. It'll go down as a bad mistake from Glover in goal for Middlesbrough. But it is Middlesbrough 1, Sunderland 1. And if you don't put the game to bed when you're on top, to be fair to Sunderland, they've deserved to score a goal in this game. Maybe not in the second half, but they've got one through Royson. And it is 1-1. I predicted 1-1 from the start. There we go. Boro made a lot of goalkeeper signings. Don't know if they said, well, I mean, his distribution was great in the first half, but you've got to save that, haven't you? I heard Peter Schmeichel on that Simon Jordan podcast the other week saying that, yeah, okay, goalkeeping advances, but rule number 1, keep the ball out of the goal, right? And you've got to save stuff like that, haven't you? Dear oh me. Game on. Clock is saying 84-36. Actually, here comes Sunderland again. This will be an absolute ram raid. Oh, Clark still got it. Clark knocks it back. Bellingham hits the shot blocked by Howson. Could they pinch 3 points? It looked like a nailed-on 3-pointer for Middlesbrough for the majority of the second half. And now, via a great bit of play by Jack Clark in the build-up, a decent enough shot by Nazeri Royson, but a horrible butterfingers bit of goalkeeping from Glover. It's 1-1. How about that? Azaz knocks that home to Glover. And it's won back by Kjelda. And Sunderland, just out of absolutely nothing, have got a load of momentum now in this game. Bellingham's going to try and make Fry play that. Really good strength from Fry. And it's going to be a goal kick to Middlesbrough. He's just got to block that out of his head now, Glover. He just gets caught so flat-footed. He's expecting the shot to come across him. And it goes just right down to his left-hand side. His feet are all wrong. Blair, right through his hands. Horrible. There you go. Seny Dieng settled at number 1. Glover is decent backup. Had a good game, but no good games, but nowhere near as consistent. Well, there you go. Quickly check this one, Isaac. If Birmingham didn't sack their first manager, do you think they'd still be top 6 contenders? I think they'd probably be in the top half, wouldn't they? But I do think with the way Hull have mobilised and Norwich, Coventry, these two as well, I'm not sure they'd be top 6 contenders, but you never know. Bit of momentum's a great thing, isn't it, in sport? Free kick for Sunderland, who are finishing the game of the better side, aren't they? And when you've got Jack Clark, you've got a chance in the Championship, haven't you? What a player. It's going to be a free kick, which Clark is going to bend in again, or rather not. He's put it in flat. His last free kick was excellent, Clark. That one was not. It was really poor, but it's because I just bigged him up, isn't it? Oh, excuse me. Silvera. He's bumped off the ball, and it's all Sunderland now, isn't it? They're having all of the ball, all of the territory, and all of the chances. Oh, lovely one round the corner. And here's Clark again, and he's going towards the box. They tried to show him his left. Clark puts it into the 6-yard box. And yeah, he's saying exactly what I was thinking. Make a run. He's laid it on a plate there, Clark. Nobody in the 6-yard box when your most dangerous player is dribbling into the box. In comes the cross headed down by Royson. And Royson and Bellingham just aren't quite on the same wavelength here. They've been in the same position probably 2 or 3 times and kind of got in each other's way. And that was another example. Now, here's a Middlesbrough attack, and we haven't had one for a few minutes. And as soon as I say that, Coburn's bumped off the ball. I don't think that's a good decision there. I think Howson made a decent enough slide tackle there. He's been pulled up for a foul. Just went through the man. I suppose modern day foul. I'm just used to that not being a foul. You slide through, get there first. I suppose the argument from referee England, who's been very good, is that he went through the man. Little knock off by Royce into Bellingham. And here is Clark. Clark versus Ayling, which has been a no contest the last 10 minutes. Bellingham. Kjelda. Ekwa. Clark again. Get him on the ball, Sunderland, for God's sake. Oh, Clark's in. Is he onside? Clark drives it across the box. Oh, my goodness me. Vandenberg nearly put through his own net there. Jesus. Was Clark onside? Let's have a look at this. Yeah, he was actually. Great call by the linesman. And, that was so close to an OG. Excuse me, it was Luke Thomas. It wasn't Vandenberg. I didn't even see Thomas come on. My bad. Corner's gone in. I think we're going to get another go at that one. Luke Ayling trying to organise the defensive issue here. There's a huge clutch of players in the middle of the box. In goes the corner. Vandenberg heads away. Clark manages to find Royson, who does really well to keep it in. Tries to cross it. Vandenberg blocks. We're into 6 minutes of stoppage time, which probably the end of my match bingo card. There you go. I am done. No chance of me winning now because I needed 3 minutes of stoppage time. But ho-hum. We thank them as ever for their sponsorship. Go and get involved. Match bingo. Clipped out to Clark, and he is going to be offside this time. 91-10 on the clock. Is there a winner in this game, or is it ending 1-1? Ekwa is about to get a yellow card for a pretty cynical foul on Silvera. And Middlesbrough are going to get up the pitch. And you never know in stoppage time. Just building up pressure, isn't it? Just be in the other team's half and you've got a chance, haven't you? How close did we get to our 100 likes? Can you get me over? Right, guys, come on. I've got 98 likes. Hit the thumbs up button. Get us over 100. Come on, be number 100 in the chat. O'Brien, Ayling. O'Brien hits that left-footed over the bar. 92 up. 6 minutes minimum stoppage time in this game. Remember, guys, we'll be back with the Championship Check-In podcast with Sam Parkin tomorrow, recording about 3 o'clock. So hopefully that'll be up by 5:30 once that's edited. We'll stick some clips up during the week as well, but really appreciate your support. In comes the cross again, easily gathered by Glover. He kicks long looking for Coburn, but that is going out of play. Thank you, guys. 103 likes. Great support. Jack Clark is the man of the match, say Sky. He's certainly been the key figure in Sunderland getting back into the match. I think maybe there's a bit of recency bias. He's certainly the man of the last 20 minutes, isn't he? Shouldn't forget that Middlesbrough were pretty dominant before then. Especially the likes of Hackney and Greenwood playing well in those moments. Seems mental that Lewis O'Brien isn't starting more games for Boro. Yeah, he was so good for Huddersfield, wasn't he? He got to the playoff final. Hey, different time. And Michael Carrick knows centre midfield, doesn't he? I'll give him that. Ballard. Roberts. Poor dribble by Roberts, and Thomas wins that easily. Decent tackle there at the back. Vandenberg slid in. Always at risk of giving away a foul there. Ayling crosses for Coburn. Good cross by Ayling. Coburn gets the header on it. He's got one behind and one in front in terms of the centre half. So it's good defending by Sunderland. And Coburn, who's a big lad, can't get the header on target. (94-35). Looks like this one is ending 1-1, unless we get something dramatic in the next 90 seconds or so. Goal kick goes long. Luke O'Neill boots that one into the stand. I think he hits the roof of the stand as well. 95-10. We're into the last minute of minimum stoppage time. Give me a drop ball. Judging by Johnny House's expression there, I think everyone's settled for 1-1, haven't they? We're just checking a head injury on Leo Kjelder, who says he's okay to keep going. Michael Carrick will think his side should have won this game. You'd asked him at about 65, 70 minutes. It was all Boro, and they got the lead by that point. It will slide into the corner for Coburn. Ballard trying to deal with that. He's holding his shoulder. I'll give you two options. He's either extremely badly hurt or he's not hurt at all. But the game's about to finish. You know what I'm saying? He's staying down. Did he land on his shoulder? To be fair, it is the one he landed on he's holding, but football players are very good at killing time when they've got a useful away point. I hope he's okay. Still holding on to his left shoulder, Dan Ballard. If it's dislocated, I owe him a big apology. They've shoved him off the pitch. So I think we're going to play the last minute without Dan Ballard. So I can't believe he's just time wasting here, because his side really could do with him to see this one out. Sunderland have just got to stick the ball in the other half, and it should be full time, and it'll be a 1-1 draw. Oh, they've made a sub, to be fair. Okay, I owe an apology. Jensen Seelt comes in for just the last 30 seconds of this. If all goes well, he probably won't have to touch the ball. In fact, Jensen Seelt makes one of the shortest sub appearances you'll ever see. About 2 seconds of action he saw there, just jogged on. The ball went forward, and it ends Middlesbrough 1, Sunderland 1. Entertaining stuff. First half was really good, really back and forth. Should have probably been 3 goals in the first half. 2 for Sunderland with Abdullah Ba missing a couple of chances. Finn Azaz missed a good chance for Boro as well. Second half, I thought Boro were much the better side. Got themselves in the lead. Lovely spin touch finish by Marcus Forss. It looked very much to me like Boro would go on and win the game. But a little bit of Jack Clark magic, gets down the pitch, plays it into Nazeri Rusin, and unfortunately, it's a bad mistake by Glover in goal for Boro. It goes through his hands. He should save it. And from then on, possibly, Sunderland could have gone on and won the game. They had lots of attacking momentum then. And it ends Middlesbrough 1, Sunderland 1. Thank you, everybody, for joining. Brilliant, brilliant stuff. I think we got over 100 likes in the end, which I really, really do appreciate. Finally, 108 likes. Amazing stuff. If you do fancy hitting the join button, that really, really helps me out massively. We're going to be back tomorrow with Sam Parkin for the Championship Check-In podcast. We may do Leeds and Plymouth in the FA Cup on Tuesday night. I think that's on BBC, isn't it? So be back for a watch-along then as well. But if it's watch-alongs you like, next weekend we will do all of the Championship games. Wednesday, Birmingham, Ipswich, West Brom, and Coventry, Millwall across the weekend. Thank you for joining me. Enjoy the rest of your Sunday. If you're hoping for me on Blue Monday tonight, sadly, you're not going to get it. I think it's Craig is hosting with Mikey and Joe. So check that out tonight. And yeah, Championship check-in tomorrow. Looking forward to speaking to Sam Parkin as ever. Thank you all. And I'll see you very soon. Middlesbrough 1, Sunderland 1.